Going back to our map here, we are also able to see that one of the US bombs or US bases near here, this airfield we can see here, was also bombed, and we can actually see these missiles take off and land at the same time. So we'll show it's extremely loud. So we can see the missile landing on the airbase. I don't know if this is OPSEC, but this clip has been going around. We can actually see two explosions right there on that US base in Jordan. We can see it one more time at the tail end of the clip. You can see them trying to track the missile, and it lands right there. The US bases in Jordan have been under pretty heavy fire recently, and we can see here that according to the New York Post, on Wednesday, meaning yesterday, another missile from the Islamic Republic slipped through US air defenses, so the Patriot or THAADs, and it struck a weapons depot. This is the same base where 3 American troops were killed just last week, and they said that it caused a mushroom cloud. Not quite sure what that could mean here. But in general, a lot of people have been raising questions. Why are the US bases so poorly defended? Well, the answer is actually because the missiles that the Islamic Republic are using are some of their more advanced ones. They do reach hypersonic speeds at some point in their flight and are able to maneuver midair to dodge Patriot interceptors here. The question, though, is being raised, why are CENTCOM commanders not allowing or pushing for these bases to build more shelters? They don't have any bomb shelters. They have some concrete walls and metal containers that they have. And we were actually able to find, so according to the Enforcer YouTube channel, who directly spoke to a service member on this base currently serving, who chose to be anonymous, there are 0 bomb shelters. There are only some containers and some pits, machine gun pits that they lie in, and some concrete enclosures. I'd like to show you guys the airlift currently being conducted into the Middle East here. You can see that right here. So last night, what it looked like was this, and we haven't seen this for a long time, and that was just last night. Today, the picture looks like this. So we have a steady trail of equipment being lifted from Europe into the Middle East, and empty tankers going into Europe to pick up any of the rest. You can also see a couple planes right there by England in the top left, largely believed to have started off the B1 or B2's descent here into the Middle East. Now, we do have about 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. in the Middle East right now over Iran. And generally, we see strikes conducted just about right now, or about 30 minutes from now is when they usually begin. Do you think we'll have a 13th night in a row of strikes on the Islamic Republic?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason for them stopping. I mean, do you?
I've seen no reason for them to stop. What I don't want to see, though, unfortunately, what did end up happening is here in Bushehr, CENTCOM released one of the videos, and on the hospital, sorry, not the hospital, the airfield, in this general area, they just struck some old pipes that were there for 15 years. And that raised a lot of questions as to, was it an AI system that mistakenly struck it or gave false intel? Was the intel not properly vetted? What other intel is not being properly vetted?
Wait, where is
So
that?
they're a little bit under flack. Sorry?
Where is that? Where is that?
We showed it yesterday, actually. Let me go see if I can find it. July
Oh, it's okay. It's
22nd.
okay. No, that's okay. That's
Should be, oh yeah, I have the pin right there. So let's take a look.
but it just means
So
where
here
it
it
is.
is. So it's in that airport, and that red box are basically just a bunch of
Oh,
pipes with some military camo painted on them, and they were subject to a strike
oh,
by a CENTCOM video. People went and checked out and saw those pipes were there for 15 years. It's not,
oh. So
not ideal.
they look, they look like missiles. Is that why they hit them?
It seemed like they looked like missiles.
Hmm.
But if that information was properly vetted, I mean, with just a simple Google, Earth look, they would have seen that that was definitely not the case. So I expect Congress to crawl all over that and start questioning CENTCOM pretty much immediately. I mean, it happened that yesterday, so we're going to see that soon.
I mean, come on, like, what do you expect? Everything to be 100%, every single strike to be 100% correct? Like, who has that record for everything to be 100% correct information?
Yeah, it's a fair point. We have a couple of memes coming up for you guys from the Islamic Republic, but before that, a couple of kinetic things happened. So in the southeast border of the Islamic Republic in Pakistan, there was a border clash where I was able to find in this piece of Islamic Republic state media that some separatist or freedom fighters or whoever they may have been attacked some border guards and were found out and were actually taken out, resulting in about 2 casualties. And that's all we were able to find of this news. So it looks like the Baluchi, which is the southeast portion of Iran here, have still been pretty active in the past few months. They've targeted probably around a dozen IRGC officers, including intelligence officers as well, and assassinated them. So they are still conducting some sort of operations in the area. Let's get into the Strait of Hormuz. So we saw that CENTCOM reported that the strait is still under our control. The Islamic Republic does not control it, even if they declare it so. And we have actually allowed 900 ships since early May to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. For reference, while this is amazing, an amazing job from the United States military to bring these ships out safely under heavy missile fire and threats, for comparison, in the 80 days, so about 2.5 months, 3 months before the war started, 10,270 ships passed by in that 80-day period. On the same 80-day period since Project Freedom began, which is 79 days ago, 900 ships have passed through. So that just goes to show how incredibly difficult the Islamic Republic has made it for oil shipping to be conducted in the Strait of Hormuz. We're not even at 10% of the previous traffic. The good news is U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright did say that about 2/3 of the pre-war traffic oil flow is still being conducted. I'm assuming that's pretty much an average barrels per day and not, ships per day. So that has helped, but oil prices are pretty much at $100 right now. And I'm going to check that again. Checked it just a couple hours ago. So oil prices per barrel are now at $100 officially, $100.55, marking us into, again, territory where we are approaching what the war was. So these spikes here are during the 40-day war. We're over here. So we're getting back into that range, which means maybe if something should happen, it should probably happen soon.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.